I haven't had that many deep conversations with people about these works. I mean, I know that they think they're beautiful, which I guess in some way they are, but I see them more as grotesque. The works in the show are large, figurative sculptures. They are self-portraits. The way these figures were made involved using the treasures from my studio, old clothes that I filled with expanding foam, and so they all have these like bulging forms, suggesting the body is starting to fall apart. Some of them have these like leaky organs or things are like starting to ooze out. It's like a corpse that is decaying. I showed these works originally in Venice at the Biennale, and most of the bottles had alcohol in them, but not a lot of it, just a little bit on the bottom. Maybe the glass is half empty rather than half full. Like time is running out. This is kind of my job, is to think about these things. Art is not so much about self-expression. It's more about finding ways to always generate new ideas and come up with formal innovation, which is also one possible way that you can achieve some sort of permanence beyond just the limits of your own life. One thing that is a constant in my work, it's like this idea that you are taking an object and it sort of gets ground down, if you will, and becomes the matter from which the new object is created. So to have that recycling yard directly across the street is amazing because you see matter being constantly like ground to dust. It's just kind of like a very hard reminder of how transient all this is.
People come in and they see this work and you can see New York. New York is right there. When you look at the city at night through these windows and these sculptures are just lit, just barely, they become ghosts floating around in this space. And I think that that's a very beautiful way to think about New York City. This incredibly concentrated place where all these souls have lived and died. In that context, you're thinking about how you spend your time. I was walking through MoMA the other day, and you look at when the works were acquired, the best works weren't even acquired by MoMA until 50 or 60 years after the artist was dead. It's a hard model, but I think art is a mistake. Art is not an achievement. It's not like you won the game because you did a show and sold some artwork. You can't make enough money to live off of it. You can't use it in any kind of consistent trade, but it's countering the way that capitalism just shears off uniqueness and beauty and time and the way we spend our lives. To be honest, you know, this whole thing could drop out on me, but I think that all the uncertainty and problems are just part of what makes it beautiful.